under the attack of the largest military force ever launched against an area that size. Now those are the facts. The attitude at home was quite different. In this respect, things have changed notably. Let's shift till today. Today, the notion of resisting authority is not an unimaginable notion. In fact, it's a common notion. Laura mentioned it, maybe by accident, used the phrase remark somebody at an island. Because resisting authority makes sense. Authority is not legitimate unless it proves itself, which it rarely can do. And the circumstances are quite different now. In many ways, much improved. Repression may be wiretapping, but it's not political assassination and mass efforts of political police to destroy any popular movement, serious efforts. There's a war, terrible war, but it's not 500,000 troops and 60 or 70,000 Korean mercenaries wiping out South Vietnam and then going on later to destroy most of the rest of Indochina. And there's protest against it. Unlike Vietnam, the Iraq War is the first one in the history of Western imperialism, as far as I can recall, where there was mass popular protest before the war was even officially launched. And it continues, not at a level that I'd like to see, but way beyond the level of any comparable stage of the Vietnam War. Concern about repression is widespread, not focused. COINTELPRO, horrible as it was, or say the assassination of Fred Hampton, never even arose during the Watergate hearings. It's pretty remarkable because the information about it leaked out at the same time as Watergate, not from the press. No, Woodward and Bernstein came out of court hearings, but the information was there. Just nobody cared. Watergate was a Tea Party by comparison. I don't think anything like that is possible now, because there are changes in consciousness and awareness. The situation now, I think, is one in which we can think seriously about resisting authority across a broad spectrum. And in many ways, it shouldn't be that hard. Take a look at the country now. I think it's, my sense, traveling around is pretty much the way Laura described it. I suspect if you counted noses, there's much more activism now than there was in the 60s. Third guess. It's separated, atomized, small groups, unified, but it's there. And in fact, we can see even in intensive studies of public opinion how deep it is. And by now, both political parties are way to the right of the population on a host of major issues, crucial issues, which means that there is a basis for organizing resistance to authority that shouldn't exist. Just to take two, and I'll finish with that. One of the main, maybe the main international issue that's coming along is a possible U.S. invasion of Iran, which takes place will make Iraq